And finally, in the case of the third factor, which is comparing yourself with your ex new partner, this will also be associated with a series of limiting thoughts. The first of them is that of obsession. Unless you have a highly developed self-esteem, you will not be able to escape entering a state of obsession that will lead you to search for information about the person with whom your ex-partner is starting a relationship. That is precisely why in the first part of this program I taught you how to dissociate yourself from obsessive thoughts, something that at this point in this program you should handle quite easily. But the truth is that the majority of people who suffer a relationship breakup experience this process of obsession, not only in relation to the real partner that their ex has, but especially to the imaginary one. As I indicated, many people suffer because they seek information about the person they believe would be the one their ex-partner would choose to enter into a new relationship. And that means that when seeking information about that person, they inevitably fall into a process of comparison which leads them to question their own value. With which, we return to the beginning. Once again, it is your self-esteem that falls because of that limiting thought that you cannot escape, which is the obsession with what your ex-partner does or doesn't do. Therefore, the second limiting thought is the one in which you question your beauty. You reach that point where, when you see images of your ex new partner, whether real or imaginary, you begin to question whether you yourself are attractive enough, which is a trap, because in practice, all of us have physical aspects by which others will value us. But it is there that one is the one who, subjected to this spell of the psyche, stops seeing his own beauty and begins to resent the fact that apparently the other person your ex-partner is with is more attractive than you on a physical level. So, if you look closely, you are once again subjecting yourself to a process of undervaluation. And that is why the third limiting thought you subject yourself to arises precisely from the fact that you reach that point in which you begin to question whether you are a nice enough person for others to want to be by your side. It is the moment when you seek to know if others feel good around you, which is a big problem for you because it is the moment in which you begin to distrust your own personality, and thus adapt to what others expect of you instead of being yourself. So, if you look closely, you completely lost your self-esteem and you no longer know who you are, precisely because of that couple breakup from which you cannot dissociate yourself. The important thing is that you yourself are the one who can carry out a process of self-awareness, so that you can define which aspects of everything we have seen here apply to your particular case. Given this frame of reference, in the next section, we are going to carry out the treatment so that you can recover your lost self-esteem in case you have suffered a relationship breakup. See you there.